So guys, I did say that I got my tax relief, and really I got it. It was easy, seamless, and I did not need to ask anyone to do anything for me. I did not need to rub any palm or anything like that. I just applied from the comfort of my bed and I just got it. So please do yours. I know some people know they can get this. Some people have been getting it, but there are some people who do not know, and there are others who do not even know what they can claim for. So I leave the link to gov.uk site for that particular one here. Just put your form. You may be due. It's not everyone that would be, but if you are due, it's one of those little things that could, at least if not doing much, can contribute to your energy bill for the month, or maybe water bill. So it's all right. Take it back. Honestly, just take everything that is yours back. Okay. Oh, yeah, I just made a short on how I got some tax refunded to me. Do I call it tax relief? So I claimed tax relief for some job expenses, and here are the things you actually can claim tax reliefs for. You can see them. If you're working from home, uniforms, work, clothing, and all that, vehicles you use for all professional fees. The one I did and got was for professional fees and subscriptions, travel and overnight expenses, buying other equipment, and lots more. So what I did then was to fill this form. You can go through the overview, and the overview is just telling you that you can actually claim tax relief if you've been using your own money for things that you must buy for your job. Maybe you buy pen pen for your job or whatsoever, papers and all that, or you only use these things for work, majorly purposefully for work. Like if you are buying fuel into your vehicles because of you are going to work, maybe you possibly need to keep the receipt of all those things. So you cannot claim tax relief if your employer either gives you all the money back. So you must take note of this particular one, whether I should just note it in yellow so that you know that you cannot actually claim tax refund for everything. So you cannot claim tax relief if your employer either gives you all the money back, the money you spent fueling your car to work and all that, or an alternative, for example, your employer gives you a laptop, but you want a different type of model. So if you've bought laptop that you're only purposely using for your work and you bought it by yourself, you can claim tax relief for that. But if your employer say, I've given you Apple and you said I want HP or something like that, then you cannot go ahead and be you cannot go ahead and be ordering your employer all around. So you must have paid the tax in the year you are claiming for. You must have paid your taxes. Definitely they would have removed your tax for whatsoever reason. So the amount of tax relief you get cannot be more than the amount of tax you paid in that year. So if all the taxes you've paid for the month for year 2023 is 2,000, you cannot claim tax that is above 2,000 at all. If you claim £60 and pay tax at a rate of 20% in that year, the amount you're entitled to is £12. So you're actually claiming like 1/5 of whatsoever you've paid. All right. So I guess that was actually what happened in my situation, because on mine they just put that they were refunding me for 2022 to 2023, but they actually refunded 121, and the professional registration fee I do pay per annum is 120. So I believe they paid they just accrued that 20% over the years. If your claim is for the current tax year, HM revenue and customs will usually adjust your tax code so you pay less tax. They actually did adjusted my tax code. So what I will be paying maybe possibly next year would be, this financial year would likely be lesser. Also, how do you do if you want to claim the tax? If you're working from home, you click on whatsoever you found here. It's so easy. It's just a click through thing. It's not anything too big or too impossible. Just do a click in for whatever happens here, especially those who are, if you are working from home, Some of us are working from home. If you use uniforms or work clothing and tools, I would have loved to claim for that, but I don't do that. For vehicles you use for work, if you do that, like those who are community nurses, if you are using your own personal vehicles to go and run those things, then professional fees and subscriptions, this was the one I actually claimed. And you know, we do pay 120 per annum in the United Kingdom. And since I've been here, I think about that year, then they gave me 121 and whatsoever back. Then on travel and overnight expenses, I don't go anywhere. I'm not nocturnal on the road like that. Then buying other equipment. Maybe you bought blood pressure apparatus for when you are going to see your patients in the neighborhood and all those things, or weighing scale when you are going to see the children you are looking after at home. If you've done all those things, you can actually claim the relief. If you are eligible, you will usually be able to claim tax relief on your job expenses online. If you cannot claim online, there are other ways you can actually claim. If you complete a self-assessment tax return, you must claim through your tax return instead. So I just did that, and before I knew what was happening, they just sent me a message that they were processing, and I was like looking. Next thing I saw was that the money came. Anyway, this was what I did, and it was a click-through thing, and they will actually ask for your actually ask for your pin number. Let me accept those additional cookies and see how it goes. I don't work from home. Working uniforms, work clothing and tools, vehicles you use for work, professional fees. This was the one I did. I'm just doing for you a prototype for myself. And there were things for expenses after, and I click on that. I'm not going to be putting some other things there. Did you pay tax in? Yes, I did pay, and you must continue. And do you complete sex? I did not, because it's not one of the things I should do. Are you claiming expenses of more than this? No. Oh no, I'm not doing that. No way. Has the employer paid any of your expenses in this claim? They didn't pay, so there was no reason that I would say they have paid. No, they haven't paid. So if you are using car and they are paying for your fuel, maybe wear and tear of the car would be responsible for by the HMRC, but they won't be responsible for fueling your car. Are you claiming for more than 5 different jobs? I don't have more than one job. You are eligible to claim these job expenses, all this. Then there is a government gateway user ID and password that I believe every one of us must possess. So these are the things you will actually need if you want to create that. If you don't have that already, I do have that since I came here. But if you want to create, you will need your NIN, national insurance number, and your recent payslip or P60 or a valid UK passport. Then after that, you can just go on. It's just a click-through thing. If you have any challenges doing all those things, please kindly reach back to us. But it was quite simple. It wasn't anything that could cost arms and legs. So bless you. Go and claim it so as speedily as possible. This is our year of take it back. Let's take everything that we can take back. Let us take them back. And when you are done, you can still look out for if there's anything, especially people on the face-to-face side. Look if you still can do some things. Yeah, thank you very much. Bye.